but I'm just, you know, laying out the possibility of how the upset would happen if it was going to.
Well, you know, we've got to give you the full spread. It would be ridiculous, obviously, coming in and just be like, look, this could be an upset win. What the facts say and how the game could go are two very different things, though. It all just depends on ASG's firepower. If they somehow walk away with huge rounds back-to-back, start showing us this most mad individual Counter-Strike we've ever seen, then yeah, maybe we'll start discussing the upset more and more. For now, though, we'll stick to the present, and that is, of course, going to be the opening pistol round. Astralis, they chose that CT side. ASG will be on the T side, and it seems like they want to go fast into the A site with a hit through A main to open things up. Pora will go in straight away. Glaive is here, blinded with a flashbang, smoke onto the donut, waterfalls with one against config, and they're actually keeping this relatively close. You've got 2 picks now against the CTs. That's a third, a Sugar. He bites back against Zipix, and it's all down to BlameF and Farlig to stop this round from being ASGs.
All right, and that's how you start off your first half here on the T side of Ancient. Farlig sees the flash coming in, but Poria with the swing, and he's going to headshot him. So this should be the opening pistol going the way of ASG, unless BlameF can do something insane, which he's incapable of, because that would just be too ridiculous. So hey, opening pistol on the T side going their way. That's a great start.
That's what you want. That's what you need. Now, one thing I will bring up, just because the map fits and if the shoe fits, wear it. When we saw Na'Vi coming into their opening game of PGL RMR, that was against Quasar, a side that you're thinking, this upset should never occur. That got dangerously close because it was an Ancient game where they played just off the back of raw confidence. Now, there used to be a thing back in Counter-Strike Source where basically if you go up against a lesser opponent, you talk about the fact that when they're just pumped, it's so hard to beat them. Even if they're worse than you skill level-wise, it didn't matter, right? Because you just have that sheer confidence of going, boys, we're hyped, let's keep winning, let's keep taking rounds. Sometimes you can find yourself with a nice early lead. Obviously, it's far too early to tell if that's going to be the case here, but it's just something to keep in the back of your head.
And counter utility now going to come out from Zip. You see the flash, the counter smoke. They are going to commit through it. The MAC-10's already made his way into the site, and they're not contesting it. That's the bomb drop towards long. Can Zip do more? Counter flash from Glaive is good, but Sugar finds it regardless. Flame is nearby, but he's smoked off, and that bomb still down towards long. The two-man push, the swing out. Nobody from Astralis holding for it. And it is just going to be BlameF and Config. They're inside of the cave. They're falling back towards Cat. They have the armor. They have the upgraded pistols. Tries to get away. The Deagle raining out some shots, but Waterfalls with the pre-fire finds the kill into BlameF. And so it is just Config left. 31 HP. They know where he is. They're going to come and find him.
Config. You might have to hold on to his gun here and see if he can actually make a bit of a play. He's got a 5-7 in his hands, and he has heard the audio cue of one of the T's running into the B site. So he's going to walk back around behind him and see if he can potentially line this up. He's expecting him to be clearing out towards A main. If he can find this kill, he could grab a Galil. Worst case, he can just hold on to the 5-7, but he is working his way out, finds the headshot. That's an upgrade into the Galil.
Yeah, and that means he can drop the 5-7 over if he is able to hold on to it. Whoop. Ooh. Nope, nothing for him. Sugar hunts him down with the MAC-10, finds the frag, lands the headshot. And I just wanted to point out, Waterfalls for ASG.
Yeah.
He has made 2 major appearances already in his career.
Yep.
The first one being for Quantum Bellator Fire. That was at E-League 2018. And then, after that, Windstrike at the Face It Major in 2018. And of course, he made the quarterfinals with Quantum Bellator Fire as well in that event. Remember all the upsets they were able to cause. So he's trying to make his way back to another major.
Right now, his roster seems to be supporting him quite heavy-handedly. The man that's been going big, though, is Sugar. Here he bites off a little bit more Pikachu. Waterfalls goes down as well. And Pora, he has to hold the line. We'll pour some bullets into the face of Farlig. But it is a 3 versus 3. No real weapons recovered, other than that one Galil that Glaive was able to pick up.
Yeah, but they don't have any armor, so it's the Galil. Look, it's a decent weapon for the price, right? It's fine. It's good. But on CT side without armor, not so hot. But also, crucially, Farlig got 2 USP kills in the round, which gives him a whole bunch of extra money, $600 extra for that op in the next one.
And walking back out into the A site, Glaive tucked in with a Galil that he picked up. They're going to attempt to clear him. They know exactly where he is, but he wide swings. They do trade 1 for 1 as the AK battles back, and it's all just down to the pistols now for Astralis.
No way.
BlameF with a 5-7 denies Pora from being able to make much of a play, and it's just on Raging. He's in a 1v2. tucks into Temple. 40 seconds on the clock. If he can get a backstab off onto Zipex, maybe there's a chance.
Well, the thing is here, Zip just has the USP. Ragen's going aggressive. He is worried that Blame F is repositioned. This kill should go the way of Ragen every day, but the dink still comes out. So he's down to 19 HP, and Blame F is flanked all the way around. He hasn't seen the bomb, but soon he's going to hear Ragen. There he is. One bullet is all it'll take. Can Ragen land the headshot? He can't. And Astralis, off the back of the USPs and the 157 on Blame F, pick up the eco round. And now, if we're talking about upsets, that's an upset in that round for ASG, and they are going to be very upset about it.
Yeah, you would be quite frustrated. The A main crunch when they just pushed in, they find the 2 kills early, and then just the quick snap from Blame F on a 5-7 means that ASG don't find 3 rounds to start off their T side. And they don't get a bomb plant down either. So the money's going to be in a bit of a bad spot here.
Yeah, and also has to be pointed out, they did have 3 players outside of A main when that USP rush came in. So, like, how are they able to get 2 kills and get away with a gun? They should never be able to happen.
No, yeah. Sugar just kind of seemed overwhelmed. He was playing really close on the lip, and by the time that he tried to fight back, they were just in his face. So, shame there, because it's the first death of the game for him as well, and he's 6-1. You feel like it's one of those where if you have a Mat 10, you probably just farm your way through him, but the fact it was the Galil, he was just overwhelmed.
So the force is going to come in. 3 Mac 10s. They're all running over to B. I think this is just going to be the B rush. How many Astralis players are here? That's the big question. There is 3 of them. They put out the utility, and now they just tuck away. So they don't commit up the ramp instantly. The spam, though, he has nowhere to go. If he goes down the ramp, he runs into the fire. If he stays where he is, he gets hit by all the bullets. Nate is going to come in. That's going to find him. Surely, no, it doesn't bounce over the box. He's down to 1 HP.
Poor Pora. Oh, no. He's been so unlucky yet lucky into this game, and they go sprinting into the B site. Pora finally fragged out as the tag will come in. Farlig with the AWP spams through the smoke, but the bullet won't land. Tech 9 there. Oh, talking of spam. The bomb planter of Ragen finally gets it off. So it is a 4 versus 5. You've got the post plants, but the CTs will make this one look very uncomfortable. Sugar with a tight flash, tried to tap the head, but can't do it. Glaive will get gory into this round, and they are mounting a swift retake. Good clear from Blame F as well. Brings him down to just 11 HP. He's going to flash on the corner. Has a Mat 10. If he runs in, maybe there's an opportunity, but no, the cover's there for the teammates, and it's not looking good. All on to the 1 versus 3. Mat 10 ripping its way through the first, but Zipex holds the angle. That's 4 kills for him into the round. The AWP save, and Astralis take 2.
Yeah, what a round from Zip on that retake. He was sort of everywhere. He was getting kills all over the place, covering all of his teammates. The micro positioning, those just small movements to just move around that site and cover all of his teammates was just absolutely just superb. Just so well done. And that's Zip when he's at his best, right? When Zip is at his best, he is so aware of what's going on around him, and there's no wasted movements for him in those rounds, right? In those post plants, T side, CT side, whatever it is, when Zip is on point, when he's feeling it, there is no wasted movements at all. All of the crosshair placement is perfect. The way he moves around in the site is perfect. And that's what he's capable of. That's what he can do. As the spams come in, Ragen's down to just 24 HP. Poria, 41 for him. And the nade's going to finish him. Blame F is so annoying, dude.
Yeah, it just drops bombs.
Just, like, leave me alone, you know?
And he's still fighting for Cave as well. He wants to make a very aggressive defense here, so he's just going to peek out, fire off the shots, tag him up, eventually frag him up, you'd imagine. Switches back to the USP, as now they're a little bit too close for comfort being right in his face. Still a minute on the clock, and now Fonzbeek, he'll take a stab in the dark. Waterfall's actually TKs onto his teammate by accident with a P250. And it's just Sugar that remains. He's walked out onto A. Doesn't have the bomb, that's back over at the B side. No chance he can get that down just to secure the money even. But maybe he can find the kill onto Farlig. Just a tag with the team.
They're just jumping around back and forth, just toying with him. And the thing is, too, I mean, it doesn't look like they're going to do it. They all want the eco frag. But with the bomb down over at B, you could kind of just leave him and try to get him after time even. Because there's 35 seconds left. Yeah, he might just hold W at you at a certain point, but he's going to expect you to start hunting him. So by the time he realizes no one's peeking him, there might be like 10 seconds left and he's in a site, you know? It's a small thing, but everyone wants their eco frags, so it's hard. That's
so it doesn't
the
go
way.
down like that.
I like it.
Very true. The musical talent of Davey.
Eco frags. I need them.
No ecos to be found here though. Full buy across the board. Spam into the back of the leg there for Bora, and that amps him up. So he goes charging in, hits the headshot onto Config, but Blame F again towards Cave. He's ran out. They've been able to trade it back 1-for-1.
And Raging's crept all the way up here in B. He's going to be hearing Zip jump spotting as well. They know that he likes to do this. He has been doing it throughout the whole game, and he's going to get caught. He's in the corner. Can Zip win out on the fight? The pre-fires are in from both players, but no one's able to win out on this one so far, and Raging tucks away. Farlig rotates in, and he lands the headshot, the second onto Zip. It is now just Blame inside of the cave, the last remaining defender on this B bomb site. He's done some damage, but he hasn't been able to find the kills.
Glaive towards middle. Watching towards red, that's where Sugar's going to be coming from, but he won't be left for dead. He hits the head as Glaive goes down, and it's just Blame F that's left alive. Everyone's low. They're all on half health, and they are going to be flanking up behind.
Oh, they can't let him do this. The bomb's not planted for, if they're over in middle, they might not be able to get back here in time. If Blame F is able to find any of these kills, look at, they've all gone. It's only Raging here inside of the site. If Blame F goes for this late diffuse jack, he might have it. Ah, coward. I got too excited.
Yeah, no, he doesn't fancy his chances there. He did have the kit, but he's not going to run the risk. So instead, he just backs out. And ASG do take a third round. It's in a battle of AST versus ASG. It's all tied up. ASG.
Depending on where you're from, I guess.
Yeah, ASG.
Yeah.
Ast.
We're adults. That's good. Good for us, you know.
3-letter sound. It's funny because they're similar but different.
They do carry the op over. Waterfalls is going to have that one. The nade damage onto Raging is massive. As Astralis, they're going aggressive on the ramp, and he just can't land the shot. The panic spray, not going to work out. Pop flashes in. Another tag goes out onto Sviat. I just realized this is the first time we've had to say his name.
Yeah, he's not really had much impact.
No.
Turns forward for it.
Oh.
Ooh, Sugar though, he has had a lot of impact. He has been hyped up. Like someone that's had a bit too much sugar, as he has currently got himself on an 8-3 stance with the kills he's been finding. Blame F again tried his luck towards Cave, playing aggressive towards the smoke, but he backs up. Talking of aggression as well, this time, Glaive, he's all the way down towards the end of A main. And Blame F's got another pick.
Again, just these spams from Blame F. Been finding so much damage. The ADR has got to be up there. Molotov to come in. That should force him off of the pillar. Nobody's playing there. Flashes in and Blame F can't land the shot. Sviat flicks up. Gets his first kill of the game. He's on the board. We are in round 7. Glaive, oh, he sees him. He knows he's tucked away in the corner, but it's so unfortunate for Glaive. He has the MP9, and at that range, it's not what you want, and they're running over to A. The smoke towards red is going to come out. They know that Glaive is inside of main. He's going to flash, he's going to swing, and he is going to find the first. That's huge for him. Sugar goes down. Molotov in the site to delay, and Glaive just backs off.
A spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down, but did they have the medicine to patch themselves back together in a round like this? 2 versus 3. Waterfalls playing towards the nut. Yeah, he's going to re-aggress back on Temple as well. Audio cue given up. They know where he is now as he tries to dive in. They start pushing up towards the site. They don't hard clear it. He lines up. Hard commits to the spray. Does a bit of damage, but won't be able to get his way through the round. He flashes them off. They tap the bomb again. Glaive, he runs in. Wants to kill him. Whoa, tight. They didn't have the kit either, so it's the full 10-second defuse. And it could have got risky there. Even just a kill onto the bomb diffuser, Davey, might have got the round for them, but no. Astralis do pick up the pieces.
But where the bomb was planted actually wasn't really planted for Donut. Like, it was, but you would have had to peek from the front side. You couldn't see the bomb from the back side of the nut. So because you would have had to go forward, that sort of messes up your peaks because you can't can't, like, for example, if it's planted for the backside, you can run and jump across the angle so you're hard to hit and just see if they're sticking it or not, right?
Yeah.
But because of where it was planted, they weren't actually able to do that. But they had to plant in that spot because of the threat from Glaive and A main and also the threat from CT. So they couldn't do the perfect plant. They couldn't plant in the ideal spot, and that is what made it so hard to play that post plant from Donut, as Ragin actually finding the pick onto Zip, and this time it's Farleague over here to answer back, and blame the trigger discipline. Finds the frag on Sviat. He is there by himself as the walkout towards A is happening and the bomb's rotating through spawn.
Glaive. He spams off a little bit too early. They're going to take the map control because of it as well. Pora, he hits the head. Now you can smoke off towards CT. The CTs are coming, but they're blocked off from the nut side. That is going to be isolated. The dash of smoke at their own out onto the bomb site. This could cause a little bit of panic, as they might expect Config to actually walk through it.
And Config actually just kind of wasted their smoke. You'd like to have that for the bomb if it gets to the late round. The smokes now are just fading. Config's going to try to lurk out with that smoke that he threw. Farleague tucked away in CT. He does get tagged by the Molotov. Poiria's boosted, but Farleague finds the headshot onto Sugar. It's 3 versus 2. They don't have a smoke for the bomb. They spot him on the boost, and Farleague's the one to get it. Waterfalls answers back. He thinks he's still up on the tree, but he's not. He's sticking it. He has the kit, and Config's going to be able to win this one out. Gets the defuse, Blame F with 2, but it was really Farleague there on the retake from CT, finding 2 frags on the player close temple, and also the man boosted up on the tree.
And that's another dicey round towards the A site, where it looks like it's incredibly close. And for ASG, I mean, fair enough. You're being able to get yourself into these sites. You're getting bomb plants.
Yeah.
It's just getting those round wins. That's all that needs to change here. They don't really have the money to support a healthy buyer either, so Tech9s and Deagles coming out for them. And again,
oh my God,
they're going to be ruined by the grenades. Blame F. Whoa. He's got the butcher knife out and he cuts his way through 2 of them. Turning them into ASG kebab, Davey.
Seriously, the napalm strike over there at lane. Just fire all over the floor. HE grenades coming from above. Nightmare scenario for the T's. You know what I was thinking about the other day? So, like, you know how every Counter-Strike map kind of has its lore, right?
Right.
What's the ancient lore? Like, why is there people fighting inside of these, like, ancient ruins and temples and stuff?
Well, so it looks like, from a lot of the signs and stuff, right, that this is obviously like a... kind of like a national treasure, you know what I mean? Like you would go there and walk around, it would be like a tour type deal.
Yeah, yeah.
So I think that's kind of the vibe that I
No, but like why would there be fighting here though? That's what I'm curious about. Right?
Who knows?
Exactly. No one. I bet Valve doesn't even know. We should ask Gabe Newell. You think he'd know? No chance.
Maybe. We'll send him an email. We'll see if we get a response before the end of the RMR.
Yeah. We might. He's a nice guy. He's a great guy, yeah.
You never know. I would be curious.
And he does like interacting with people. Even on Reddit, you know, he used to post on Reddit and do AMAs and stuff too.
Hey, what? Blame F. Come on now. Stop it. Oh, stop it.
He doesn't want to.
No, he doesn't. He wants even more. He just runs out cave every round.
Just finding all the kills. He runs down, finds 3. There is someone on the angle here. That's Ragin getting dinked down in the swing from Farleague. He heard the dink and he's like, whoa, 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 Zip. This is mine actually. Like, you've had your time, all right? I want the kills now. Blame F is 16 and 5.
That's what I'm saying, man. He is like, I don't know. He is the boulder from Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
That's just running them down.
Yeah, inside of the lane, the walls on either side, he runs down.
I mean. He's just a boulder with massive biceps, rolling at them round after round, flattening them.
That's why he plays that spot.
Yeah.
Because it's so small that he can just sort of roll everyone over. Look at this. He actually is just a boulder from Indiana Jones. As he gets the last kill.
That's a good one. Someone Photoshop that. Hashtag PGL RMR. Astralis just running away with the game though. Much like Indy when he tried to get away from that classic boulder. ASG losing out on the opening frags now as well. Again, didn't have any money to actually invest properly, so it is just the Deagaliers that are out in force. Blame F. Ooh, he's not towards cave, so he's going to quickly go back over there.
He's like, oh, back to my safe space. Back to my safe place.
Retreat to the cave.
Zip actually is going to find the kill onto Waterfalls. He's boosted up, and the shadows really should have worked against Config there, but the instant headshot onto Sviat. And Config's been having a little bit of trouble over towards middle as well. When they do go there, they've been finding the kill on him quite a bit. He just wants to get out on the action. He's like, man, why do I have to play mid? Blame F just gets to kill everybody outside of cave every round. This is ridiculous.
Looking like a Geo dude, just punching everyone. As I got here. Just the idea of him as a Geo dude. Oh, mate. What other rock puns are there?
Oh, dude.
So many. So many. It's not even fair.
Well, it is Astralis picking up their 8th. That was the eco for ASG, so we are going to see another gun round out. Now I would say the one shining light here for ASG. Actually, there's been two. There's been two, really.
Okay.
Sugar has been able to find openings towards middle, right? He's been able to find the kill onto Config. You want to try to work with that, right? We have seen Astralis respond with sometimes sending 2 players there, but regardless, if you would drop this smoke out middle, you get those early flashes out, and you can see that's exactly what they're going to do. They want to respond. They know this is where they found the openings, and there's Config going down again. So ASG, with the perfect call in my opinion, and not just because it was also my call, but I think it was genuinely just the perfect call in that moment. That's where you've been able to find the openings. That's where you should be trying to take advantage of them. And Blame F.
Did you see the tag he just got?
Yeah. No, like, I am kind of sick of this guy.
May. Blame F. Whew. I was sat there watching the HP drop, and it's just like, this is just despicable.
Yeah, you can't be doing this.
Like, it's rude. It's potentially illegal.
Oh, potentially. We don't know. We don't know what the.
I'm not sure, but I don't know. Like, whew.
I'm not a police officer or a lawyer or anything.
I don't have one of those funny hats, but if I did, I mean, maybe I'd give you a ticket, Blame F. So 55 seconds left on a round. Waterfalls is going to be livid. And probably a little bit confused about where he even got tagged from. And they're quite fragmented. Flash down towards the bottom of the ramp as well.
Astralis is going to do something soon. They can't sit how they are right now. Sviat, so he's going to throw these nades, but look at the info. Yeah, the reaction from Zip as soon as he hears those nades being thrown, he's like, look, there's one guy throwing nades, but there's nobody else here. Now we should see the other 2 sprinting over to CT spawn as soon as possible now. It is Farleak inside of Donut with the op, but he has to be worried about his mid flank. Now that Zip is there, Farleak feels safe. He can post up on the A site cross. They don't have a smoke for it, but he misses his first shot.
Zip, he's going to walk out. I'll commit to the spray, but raging. He rages against the machine of Astralis and does slow them down to this round. Glaive as well takes a huge tag, and he's close to death. Blame F, though. Of course, who else would it be to land an uppercut back onto the tees? He smites against Sugar. 3 versus 3. Raging. Ready for the face from CT, firing off the warning shots. Blame F, he comes running in. They get a frag apiece, and it's all down to Pora to pour out the bullets at them. Har commits on the spam, but Blame F gets it over the finish line. So tight on time, but it'll be around for Astralis. How many kills is Blame F on?
That's got to be 18, I think.
He's just giving it.
It's either 18 or 19 at this point.
Jeez.
I thought they were going to lose. That was a 3v4 retake. Farleak missed what can only be explained as an easy shot on the guy crossing over towards Temple. He misses that. Zip tries to deny the plant, but of course there's the man covering him. Zip loses out on his fight. And I was like, okay, 3v4, they don't really have the entry into this one. They were struggling to scale up through Temple and CT. The flank was coming out on mid, and I was like, okay, it's over. And then Farleak just 180s, finds the guy flanking him. Unbelievable. Unbelievable round. A round, honestly, that shouldn't have gone the way of Astralis. ASG played that super well. They got into the site. They had good post plants. The GG easy guy. That's true, actually. 19 kills.
This is one of those where it actually is just the drone comes in, it's just a boulder.
Yeah, dude, I was hoping, honestly.
Like in my head, I was like, imagine.
I think that would be a little bit too difficult for production to
They'd have
whip
to
up
really
on the
whip
spot.
that up.
Yeah, to whip that out on the spot. We're really putting them under pressure with that one.
But it was just so funny that they kept giggling and like cry laughing their way through making it, but they couldn't get it done. You know?
Now listen, production, and I want to point out to everyone watching, I think this is going to be too tall of a task. But if for some reason you guys can make a drone or something that is just a big boulder with Blame F's face on it, that would make my day.
It would be the best thing ever.
I know that's a lot to ask for, but that would be
Boulder
hilarious. Boulder F.
And the F stands for flatten. Well, here he is, the big boulder, making a bold play as he pushes up close towards the smoke once again. 3 Ts outside of ramp, and needs it around, but he lives forward. Spam onto the first, quick flick onto Pora, but he stays alive, pouring one out for his fallen homie. All down to the 2 versus 4. Oof. They try to cross the gap, and it's not going to work well, as it's just left on Sugar. He had 8 kills within like the first 3 rounds.
True.
Now he's 9 to 10.
Yeah, no, I mean, he has been struggling a little bit once the gun rounds come up, but so has everyone on ASG.
Yeah.
And right there, I just want to point something out, something cool that happened in that round. Zipnik, so they knew that Blame F had the AK inside a cave, so Zip comes running into Cat, and he's like spraying all the walls, doing all of Blame F spams, while Blame F is phasing the smoke. And as soon as the smoke fades, he just gets that first free kill. Could have had 2 there if he lands the headshot on Taporia. But it was just cool. It was just a cool bait setup. They were up numbers, so realistically, with the time left, the money that they have, you can sacrifice lives to just like guarantee the round wins.
I don't know why, but it just made me laugh. Looking at Poya, obviously which is the Tech 9, if his teammate was like, hey, you on eco? And he just goes, Paw? Yeah. Sorry.
I am poor, yeah.
Yeah, you know, like it just tickled me. Oh. Blame F. Just always getting kills, isn't he? When's he not fragging? 23 to 7. Does the damage with a HE as well. So Raging, going to be raging about the fact he's only got 62 HP whilst his teammates get beaten at middle by the AWP of Farlig. He's waiting for Mort to come swinging out. They're going to try and flash to clear it. He does miss the shot and gives him a little bit of leeway. That's the flick up on the Deagle. So Blame F, he gets shattered.
Raging's going to walk through, and Zip's not going to miss that one. No armor. Waterfalls has recovered this AK. It is just him and Sugar. And Waterfalls, we were talking about it in the pregame. He is the experienced one here. He is the guy who's been to 2 majors. He's been to a major quarterfinal. Another missed shot from Farley. You know,
Him around the corner though.
he's 13-6, so he's doing fine, right? Second most kills on the team. But we have seen him miss a lot of shots. It's like unlucky because the observers are doing a good job catching him as soon as he's about to take a shot. And so we've just seen a lot of misses so far this game.
Little whiffs.
Yeah. Although I will say, like, that does happen pretty frequently to oppers. It's just they're not always being spectated. But the thing for Farlig is he's getting these moments to shoot in like the late rounds when there's not that many people left. So obviously the observers aren't going to miss that because we have good observers. So it's just like, oh, unlucky.
Here he should actually be in a position to do a ton of damage though. The A main push early, Farlig posted up like a gangster for this one. He'll be ready for the response, but they don't fancy their chances of just walking up into A main. They do cascade back. They've got a bomb outside of B early as well, and it seems like they're just going to be leaving Sugar here as a bit of a lurker. If he turns around the corner, Farlig is holding the angle. He'll just post up for now. Blame F up to his old tricks once again.
Ooh.
Wow, okay, first time we've actually seen Blame F lose out on a cave fight.
Yeah, he's been bested for, like, I think what you said, the first time so far this game. He's lost out on it. Now Zip getting spammed through the wood. He's playing at the pillar. The spams are going to keep coming. There's a minute left, and ASG have the advantage. For the first time in I don't know how long, they're playing around with a lot of time left and a man advantage. Glaive trying to find the lineup for this flash. Wants to make sure it's perfect. They are keeping 3 players over here. Now remember, last time this happened, ASG went over to A. They were able to get the bomb planted, and they ended up losing out on the post plant. Here, they're going to commit to B, and that is exactly where Astralis is. They're counting on the op of config over at A to do its job. They're leaving mid open. They're gambling that there isn't going to be that mid lurk play. And there isn't. So, perfect gamble. Oh, that smoke towards top ramp is just absolutely, that's a killer. That's killer right there.
That's basically the round dead and gone. Farlick hits the shot as well as Raging pushes in. Pora is able to isolate a single 1v1, but at this point you're not looking good. Time ticking away. Farlick fragging on the AWP, and Glaive, he'll shut down the last man for the T's. And that is a very one-sided half here on Ancient. The B site being the biggest problem purely because of BlameF's play towards Cave.
Yeah.
He was good for 2 to 3 frags nearly every round.
Almost, it felt like it,
Yeah.
didn't it? It felt like it. That was great CS right there. In that last round from Astralis, the way that they did those rotations, by just leaving config over at A, taking the gamble in the 4v5, because you know, in the back of their minds, they went A, like 2 times they've gone A, they haven't been able to hold the post plant.
Yeah.
So this time they should probably try to end B. Astralis reads it. Now the one risk they had in their setup was that if they did the lurk play out towards middle, they would have been able to walk up and flank them. But they also gambled that because ASG knows they have double ops, they're not just going to walk out mid and walk all the way to CT, because you could just be walking into the scope of an op. So great just round by Astralis, playing all the odds and recognizing their highest percentage win condition. It was fantastic.
So we get into our second half pistol here. Astralis leading 12-3 on the overall scoreline. Config, he's taken a fight out with a P250. Few CTs in position to try and battle back against this. They're all covering for one another, and they are doing a little bit of damage. Config's been brought down to 73, and they're going to back off from the aggro hold towards mid. Instead, he just holds and sees if he can get a fadeaway tap. Bomb going to be rotating back round towards the B site early as well, and Glaive has all the utility in the world to work with here.
Yeah, they just wanted to see if they were going to be able to just walk out middle and maybe find an opening pick if they're playing some form of passive mid setup. But as soon as they realized they had at least 2 fighting for middle, that's when they decide, all right, like we don't even need to contest this. We can just leave config here. Hopefully he's able to find one, but he wasn't. He goes down as they are rotating over towards A. There's still 3 towards middle. That one man in CT spawn holding the A cross. So the bomb should be able to get planted here. They do have the 2 smokes on Zip and Glaive, and that should go to CT and Donut, and then you rush into Temple. That would be the ideal play here for the T side.
Sugar with a first onto Farlig. Poya, he peeks out, and the CTs are actually running amok here into the round. Poya, he's able to keep it going, so it's all on Glaive. Glaive, he will be grounded by waterfalls. Overwhelmed, and ASG take a much-needed pistol round. So 12-4, you get a little bit of an edge to work with now. You know that you're going to have the better buy, so the MP9's pulled out. There was no bomb plant either for Astralis. So this is going to be quite nice for ASG to at least try and get back into the game on the TT side.
Yeah, the score is 12-4 right now, and ASG have won both pistols. So that just goes to show how dominant Astralis was in that first half. Of course, it was the CT side. Yep. Absolutely. No, look, if you can win the pistols, you always give yourself a chance. Always.
You just can't lose this round.
No.
Because then it would get quite sad quite quickly.
Yeah.
I do like BlameF's Glock as well.
Oh, yeah.
It's quite pretty.
Yeah, it matches his gloves.
Yeah.
Hand wraps, really. I think those are hand wraps.
The little skulls, he picked those up from the nearest Hot Topic. Other brands of shop are available.
Always.
Of course.
Naturally.
As you'd expect. Astralis, though, going to be going back round towards the A site. Now, Sugar, he's here. He's got the MP9. He has support from Poya as well. He's just tucked in behind the box playing anti-flash, and Poya, he'll play for the first contact with the M4. But they're not committing to anything here. Instead, a bit of a split push on Waterfalls, jump spotting from Red. Seems like he might have got a bit of a read. He wraps back round, throws the smoke out, and then heads back towards Red.
The jump spot. Does spot out Glaive. Now they are going to be running him down. They're pushing into Red. He falls all the way back to Temple. This is a good play. 30 seconds left. His teammate can take first contact over at Ivy as they're going through Donut now. They want to try to get this bomb down. All the jumping is just to try to pull those crosshairs away, see if they can force something into the site, get this bomb planted, but it doesn't look like they're going to be able to. There's too many players here. They have the M4s. They find the kills. So ASG pick up their 5th. Astralis now, they are going to be on the buy. That was the full eco into the last one. So the utility's not going to be perfect for Astralis, but they're going to have the AKs. Potentially some Galil's being brought out. Yeah, Farlig's already brought the Galil out, just to make sure he has that full utility.
So 12-5, ASG take the pistol and win the following round relatively easily. But you just have to maintain this, take it one round at a time. You need an awful lot to close the gap. But we'll see how it goes. Raging early on, fighting towards ramp, looking for the initial face just in case they went for something fast. He does have the utility as well. Preemptive smoke is going to be pushed out, and he'll just tuck in with the flash.
He's just going to be phasing into the smoke. He's holding to see if anybody's going to walk up behind it. Doesn't look like Astralis wants to, though. They're like, no, we'll just wait for your smoke, actually.
Although, he's actually got the kill.
Oh my god. Yeah, he did.
All right.
See ya, Blame F.
Fair enough. I guess that's the way it goes.
Just farmed him with an MP9 just through the door.
Peeked out, shot him through the door, got a kill, gets away. That's like Blame F's comeuppance for everything he was doing in cave.
True.
Config as well. Gets a bit of contact back round towards the donut and knows where Pora is now.
Okay, so this is a change-up now. We never saw ASG doing this on their T side. Getting this player pushed up into middle, having them in this rotation spot where you can cut them off, it forces Waterfalls to have to come look at it. And now that means the B site's weak because he can't run over to help them. And that's exactly where Astralis is set up. The three of them are there, they have the utility, it's going to come out, and Config is in prime position to catch these players rotating over.
Push towards the ramp is coming in. The MP9 going to fire off shots, but it won't be enough. And frag after frag going in favor of Astralis. Poya, he's the only one that battles back as he wins out against Config, finally catching the lurker towards middle. But the bomb site is the domain of Astralis. It's planted, time ticking off the clock, and they get into some good angles. Glaive, he's ready for the fight towards cave. Poya, he's so low, just 19 HP. They don't even want to go for this now. Time's gone.
No, this is going to be the save. He did drop off. Glaive heard it. He's not 100% sure where he went, though. So he's like, okay, we'll just save our guns, too. They're pretty poor. They don't want to risk losing them.
So that'll be a 13th round for the T side of Astralis. Three away from shutting down the best of one and staving off the upset, not wanting to follow in the footsteps of G2. That started off the day with a very shocking loss.
Don't remind me.
At least it's been, normal after that.
Yeah.
But, hey man, these things happen. Apparently just a G2.
Yeah. Apparently just a G2.
It's really unlucky.
I'm going to have to watch the VOD back.
I do wonder what happened, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to have to see.
Okay, so fast round, they go sprinting up into the B side. They just want to go rapid on this one. And Glaive, he hits the first. Mishpat, he comes running into the back, hits them all with the M4, and mauls his way through them, leaving Astralis at a disadvantage now. Zipex with a backup of Farlig. They've got the bomb, they've got the weapons to work with. They're ready for the fight towards long. They flash over the top, they peek in, they line up, and it goes down to the one-on-one. Waterfalls. Will he be able to move like water and go with a flow? Will he hit the killing blow? No! 14th round taken for Astralis. A hat-trick secured. And Astralis now getting dangerously close to the finish line.
And it's been a while since we've given him that clutch minister moniker, but he is back. That's the big one for him. 1 versus 2, and Zip wins it out 14-5. They lose that one. Money's not in a great spot. ASG can keep the pressure on. They don't get up to that number 14, that crucial number 14. But Zip wins it out. And Waterfalls, he played it pretty well. He walked up. He just sort of missed the shot once it came down to it. And so in response, ASG's going to buy back into this. They're going to go for the force. Poria doing his best Blame F impression with the MP9, running out through lane. There's 4 CTs here, and look at the play from Astralis. 3 of them walking into Donut. There's 1 man on the A bomb site. That's Sugar. He has the deagle, and there's no way he can rim this one out. There's no way. Config trades it. Trying to do something sweet there with the deag, but it just wasn't. There's no shot.
No, so it's just a sour taste left in Sugar's mouth, as it will be in Astralis with a bomb down, all on Tviat, and he can't find the frags. He falls, and Astralis have been able to make it to match point here in the best of 1 versus ASG. ASG had a great start. The first few rounds of the game, they were looking lively. Sugar was hitting his shots, but Astralis, they woke up, and ever since, they have not stopped.
It's got to be said. ASG have 5 rounds. They've won both pistols.
Yeah.
What if Astralis won the pistols?
Game's already over.
Game's done. Yeah, game's done. Well, true. They're already on 15.
That's just
like,
how math
it could have been like a 16-0.
No, yeah, it definitely could have been. Oh, Raging. All right, good night. Glaive chops his head off. He's the executioner.
You know, that is one thing about this Astralis team and the players that they have. I mean, first of all, they're super annoying to play against, as we can clearly see. But if they're confident, if they feel like they're the way better team than you, they just play with such little respect. And I don't mean that in a bad way. Like, they just like, okay, we are better. We are going to show you why we're better. We're going to shoot you a lot.
Well, it's actively a good thing as well, because sometimes you see teams that go into a matchup where they give too much respect, and they don't play their normal standard CS because of it, and don't, you know, actually just hard commit the confidence plays. Whereas Astralis, like you're saying, they're not going to fall into that trap. No, that could have been a death trap there towards Gave. Boyo, he's lucky he actually gets out.
And all of this presence being shown over at B, and they're not hard committing to it, right? They're just trying to find the kills, see what's given to them. And I was going to say how Configs walked out A so they can just turn and walk away, but instead they swing out ramp and they get all the kills, and so everything's great.
Waterfalls, he grabs the AK, the Asimov in the hands. Config, he's ready to land a one tap, and that will slump out Waterfalls. And they get their way through it. They win out.